Hey, what's up guys, it is SMG for Life 01 just coming in with this video. As you guys can tell by the title, we are going in for the Fast and the Furious 6 review. So as you guys know, Fast and Furious 6 came out earlier in the UK, and that was due to the movie actually being filmed in the UK. They actually wanted to premiere it here, and if you guys watch the videos of the premiere, you can go check my video. I'll put it in the description below. You can go click those links. There's one where it's the actual premiere, and then there's a fight, so you guys can go check out both of those videos. Fast and Furious 6, also known as Fast 6 or Furious 6. I'm actually just reading that off like Wikipedia. So obviously you have all the same characters. You have the team coming back together. So right now I'm just going to tell you all the characters. So you got Vin Diesel, who's obviously Dominic Toretto, like an English guy. Toretto is Toretto, by the way. Paul Walker, who plays Brian O'Connor, also known as Brian O'Spillner or Earl Spillner. Sounds like a serial killer name, I know that. And then you got Dwayne Johnson, who's playing Luke Hobbs. Is it Luke Hobbs? I think it's Luke Hobbs, but he's the cop basically. Then you got Michelle Rodriguez, who's playing Letty, so she's back. If you guys didn't know, at the end of Fast and the Furious 5, they had like a little end scene where The Rock is like doing some paperwork, and then Eva Mendes walks in and then is like, "Oh, do you believe in ghosts?" And then she throws the paper down, and then it shows Letty in Germany. You have Jordana Brewster, who's playing Mia Toretto, who is with Baby and with Paul Walker. So you got Tyrese Gibson, who plays Roman Pierce. Then you got Chris Ludacris Bridges, who's Tej Parker. You got Sung Kang, who's Han. I don't want to say his full name because it's like so long. And then you got Luke Evans, who plays Owen Shaw, who's the bad guy. And then you got Gina Carano, who's she's still an MMA fighter, and she is the policewoman who works with Hobbs. Then you got John Ortiz as Arato Braga. Braga's in the movie as well. You get to see him. Then you got Gal Gadot as Giselle Yassar. And then you got Joe Talisman or Taslim as Jar. And then you got Elsa Patsky as Elena Neves. You got Rita Ora. She's like just someone who just like says go. And then you got Shia Wiggum as Agent Satik, who is in 4 as well, Fast and Furious. And then I don't want to give away that last one. But if you guys didn't know, the movie was amazing. I've seen the movie twice now. I went on Friday, the day it came out, Friday night, and then the next day after that, at like 6 o'clock, I went to watch it. So I have to admit, it was freaking amazing. I'm obviously one of those guys who are into like action-packed, epic movie, like Fast and Furious 5 and 6, and like all the Fast and Furious movies. But let me tell you, before I went to watch the movie, I was trying to watch all of them, like up till like 5, but then I didn't get enough time, so I ended up watching from Fast and the Furious, which is the first one, till Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Well, I got to like kind of the end of Tokyo Drift. So if you guys didn't know, the movie itself is like just an action-packed, epic movie, and I'm not just saying that because I love the movie, but I'm saying that because that's what it is. There is like, if you think about going back 10 years ago and looking at the Fast and the Furious, which was directed by someone else. I can't remember who, but it wasn't directed by Justin Lin, it was directed by someone else. And looking at the cars they're driving then, and then transferring all the way to 5, and then seeing the cars that they're driving then, and then moving on again to Fast and Furious 6, and you see the changes in car and like how they're becoming like more of, I wouldn't say like professional, but they're becoming like more classy kind of people. They're going for them like badass vehicles, not something like a Toyota Supra that's all souped up, or a Nissan 240 that's all souped up. They just like getting a car that's not like a car that needs to be souped up. They're getting like a Porsche or a Skyline or something like that that doesn't need to be souped up at all. And that's what carries on from 5 to 6. If you guys remember, at the end of 5 you have Dom and Brian racing, and Dom's got the Charger and Brian's got the Nissan GTR or Nissan Skyline GTR, whatever they call it. And so that's actually in this film, so it carries on from that. But what I didn't get is that they drove in that film. In this film, they drove to a hospital because obviously, if you guys didn't know, Jordana Brewster, who plays Mia Toretto, is pregnant and she has the baby, and they really make it look really good. And the movie itself, this video is seriously going to be long, but the movie itself was awesome. So the beginning is him going to see his girlfriend, or like almost wife, like give birth or whatever, which is Paul Walker and Brian O'Connor. He's going to see his girlfriend because she's about to give birth, and then it cuts straight to just an epic of like memories that I just like remembered from watching the films like a couple of hours ago, before I went to watch the movie. Yeah, the intro sequence is just basically all the like stuff that pretty much happened in the previous movies and they put into this one. And I have to admit, when I watched that for the first time, even when I watched it for the second time, the hairs on my arm just stood up. I was like, wow, this is going to be an amazing movie. And then onward from that point, then it just like becomes, come on my team and we will find these people. And if you guys didn't know, obviously Michelle Rodriguez is in the movie, and she's playing a mix between a bad and a good kind of person, because she's like, I don't want to give away the story, but I feel like giving some kind of information, but it's so hard because obviously I have to not give away anything. But yeah, I have to admit, it's like she's playing on one side, and then Dom wants her to join her side, but it's like I don't want to give away the actual like thingy, and I'm not going to give it away because I want you guys to see it yourselves. Yeah, so she is like, she can't make her mind up, let me just put it that way. She can't make her mind up which team to join. So she's already with one team and she's doing like bad stuff with that team, and like they pretty much, what happened is that they went straight to the UK and they started attacking London, and that's where Luke Evans is like based. He's an English like Marine in the movie, or former Marine, and he's trying to pretty much just get a chip that's worth billions of pounds. That's pretty much what they're going for. And then pretty much they're just like the team, which is like the whole team pretty much are like the family, and that's what this film's about, is about family and sticking together at like a time like this, and like being able to work as a team to take down the bad guys. There's a hell of a lot of action, there's a lot of fighting. In a movie that is related to cars, you wouldn't see a lot of fighting, but in this movie you have the fighting, you have the like sexy women. I was gonna say sexy, but that would have been like rude. Yeah, so they had the sexy women, they had the awesome acting that they were pulling off. It was so funny. If you guys don't realize it in the movie, when you watch it, you will see Ludacris and Tyrese. They go at it over and over again, and Ludacris can keep his own, and so can Tyrese. Tyrese is just so funny. I'm gonna give away one bit, okay? So like it's pretty much like near to the beginning. Tyrese is in the UK, and obviously I'm guessing at that point he wasn't like, well, in the movie his character Roman has never been to the UK and like being able to like experience the UK or anything like that. So he pretty much just they all in like a proper like a proper base, and then they have Ludacris has all his well, not his, but the police gave him all these computers and everything. So Ludacris is like, oh yeah, finally we got a good thing to work with here. And then you've got Tyrese. He comes in because obviously Sang Kang, he's always eating the chips, and Tyrese is like, oh, do you have any more chips, to Sang Kang, who is Han. And so he's like, okay, I'll go. There's a vending machine there, and he's asking for change, and Ludacris is like to him, oh, you're a rich man now and still asking for change. He says something of that kind of sort to him, and then after that he's trying to like get something out of the vending machine, and he has coins in his hands. Like, which one of these? He says to everyone, which one of these are $1? And he's like just pissing off the rock. So the rock shoots the vending machine, and like he's like, it's on the house. Let's talk more about the movie. Okay, so obviously you have the epic looking cars. If you guys didn't see in the they have like I think it's a Pontiac or something, and you will see it behind me, and it looks freaking awesome. It's got a high wing spoiler, and it's like red, and it looks beautiful. It's what Dom drives in the film, and I think Tyrese drives a Mustang, like the one that they have in Tokyo Drift at the end. And then I'm not too sure about this, but I think Paul Walker, and you'll see the car behind me again. His car is a Ford, either a Ford Cortina or Ford Escort, like really old one. So it looks like an old school muscle car, but it's more of something that people drive here in the UK. So those were the cars that they were driving. Them three were doing something awesome. I want to give away details, but I can't because there's no point, and plus I'll probably get hate over it, so there's no point. I just gave away one part, and that was the only part I'm going to give to you guys. But also, the movie goes through, and it's all about family. And another thing I'm going to give away is what Dom says in the movie, because obviously he's against some villain guy, and the villain guy says something about like his family, saying that, oh, if you keep messing with us, you're going to regret it, because we're gonna, like, pretty much he said in a way that he's gonna go after his family. And then Dom's like, oh, didn't anyone ever tell you never to I can't remember, it's like never to mess with another man's family. So he says that. So that is pretty awesome. And then there's the story is that it like, if you think of it, Dominic Toretto and this Luke Evans character, who is Owen Shaw, them two are pretty much they're both villains. If you think about it, they both were on. Well, Dom was on the run in the last video and last movie, and this guy who is Luke Evans, Owen Shaw, he is pretty much running this time. Except he's like really smart, and like he's able to get away with stuff really easily. He's pretty much said that he's always a step ahead, or 3 or 4 steps ahead of the person he's like against. So he's against them. He knows how to get in their mind, mess with them, and that's what they were talking about at that time when they were talking about family. It's a code. So Owen Shaw has the code of precision. So he's obviously like someone who wants to like get it done perfectly without having any troubles at all. And then Dom's code is family, so he relies on family to help him out when in need of help. So throughout the movie, you're gonna be laughing. You're gonna have the hairs on. If you've watched all the Fast and Furious movies before, your hairs on your arms are gonna stand up. You're gonna feel like you're actually in the car with Dom, or with Brian, or with Tyrese, or with Ludacris. He actually drives in the movie, which is awesome. You actually see him drive. At the beginning, they don't have really. So you obviously straight at the beginning, they have the like cool cars, the GTR and the Charger. But then when they reach the UK, so let me just say, they filmed in the UK and they filmed in Spain, in the Canary Islands in Spain. So they filmed in those two places. They filmed maybe a bit in America, but I'm not too sure about that. But I have to admit, the movie was just an epic, and I'm thinking about watching it again. But I don't know if I'm gonna go by myself or with some more people. I'm not too sure. I just have to say the movie is freaking amazing, and I'm kind of sad to see that this is Justin Lin's last movie, but there is talk about another one, and I know that another one's coming out either next year. It's either gonna come out next year, because I heard Tyrese or someone talking about the Fast and Furious 7 movie. It will be coming out. They said that it might be coming out in 2014, or that's if everything goes through. Otherwise, it might come out 2015, maybe funding or something they need. So it is pretty amazing. I love the movie, and I'm sorry that the video is so long, but it was just it's just a video that had to like keep going on and on and on about. And I have to admit, the actual characters and everyone in it, like I like the fact, if you think about it, it's like now if you see how they work, right? In Fast and Furious 5, they make the team. In Fast and Furious 6, now the team knows each other. They're all like cool together and stuff, and they're all rich pretty much. And pretty much, you see every single kind of special tactic each of these characters have. You see them using those tactics. So obviously you got Tyrese with his loudmouth tactics. Oh yeah, also there's jokes with The Rock too, like with Tyrese and the Rock towards the end. I'm gonna give this one away because obviously everyone's gonna laugh about this when you're watching it. I watched it with friends and I laughed my ass off too. So The Rock's coming in to give something to someone. I'm not gonna give that away. And obviously Tyrese is there, and he pretty much is like, he tells Mia to hide the baby oil, because obviously Luke Hobbs, he's got all the baby oil on his body, because obviously that's who he is, you get me? So he's chilling there, and then he just says that. The Rock walks past and he's like, you better shut up before I smack that big forehead, or something like that. He says something like that, and that's kind of the joke that sticks through the whole movie. So that's actually towards the end anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And actually, when you're watching the movie, don't get up off your seat when the credits hit, because there is something special for you guys in the movie, and it is freaking amazing. And yes, obviously we know that there is going to be another Fast and Furious movie, because if you guys didn't know, all of these movies are leading, 4, 5, and 6 are all moving up or leading up to Tokyo Drift. So remember, next movie might be leading up to Tokyo Drift even more closer, or maybe I actually know where they're filming for that movie, but still they might be filming in other places. But yeah, I can't wait to find out, and can't wait to watch the next movie. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I actually give this film a 10 out of 10. The movie was the best, and obviously me being someone who loves cars and loves racing and everything, I would definitely recommend any of you guys to go watch the movie, because it's awesome. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, peeps. And hopefully the green screen freaking works, because it's so hard to key it. Peace out, peeps.